welcome back to my channel, and for today's session we'll be looking at some handmade alcohol inks. But of course, before we get into it, we do have those disclaimers to get out of the way. So let's go into that and then hop into our session. Of course, before we get started, we do have those disclaimers to get out of the way. I live near a major highway here in the country of Belize, so you do hear those motor vehicles in my background. Where I live, there's also a lot of wild birds. You may hear them calling, chirping, and crying in the background. And thirdly, I have dogs. My neighbors have dogs. So if anyone comes in this neighborhood, you will hear those dogs, including my own, start barking. And with that, I get back to my regular scheduled program. So I have a friend of mine who I consider a professional artist, and she makes her own alcohol inks. And so for Christmas of 2020, we did a little gift exchange. I gave her some handmade watercolor paints, and she gave me some handmade alcohol inks. And she gave me three colors: yellow, red, and blue. And I love the fact that she actually did the swatches too, so I know automatically how these all swatched out, which is really cool. That's beautiful. And I remember I put up a vlog where I talked about reusing medication bottles, and see, perfect way to reuse some medication bottles. But I digress. So I have my illustration all painted out, all ready to do. I also have a swatch grid over here where I have it drawn with pencil. Oh my gosh, that truck is so loud. And I have a little flower illustration here. So now let me swatch these out, and let's get cracking, shall we? I'm all swatched out, and I've worked with these colors before, but it was like I said, she gave me them in December, and I didn't really work with them after that. So I worked with them before, I played with them a little bit, but I think my hand went a little too heavy with some of the ink, so there's a little blotches in the beginning. But I'm learning how to do water control in my brushes, so that's a point I have to keep in mind. But all in all, I really do love this color selection. I can't produce a purple because I think the red is more like a vermilion versus I don't want to say true red, but it's more on the orangey side than on the red side. That's why I got such a beautiful orange color here. And yeah, so I'm trying to put everything in framed, and it gave me such a beautiful green, kinda, but I didn't get a true purple, so I might have to and I tried to put equal amounts in each, so I don't know. But we have our colors, we have our secondary, and we have a tertiary color all mixed up. So let's get into this illustration here, okay, shall we? Okay, I am finished. I'm sure you guys would have seen the process. The only thing is the leaf. I think I need to darken it a bit more, and that's what I'm doing. I learned that with these inks, you do have to work from a very, what's the word? A very dry brush. Oops, sorry. That part over there was still wet. You do have to work from a very dry brush, because if you work from a very wet brush, what happened is that you get those little streaks in it, which is really not nice. So you do have to work from a very dry brush. And the colors are being pushed back. The more colors I add, the more paint I add. Like the solvents in the inks are pushing back. So I think I'm gonna leave it here, let it dry completely, and then go over it again to see what happened. This part is dry. So yeah, that's probably what I have to do, because it's pushing back the colors and then it'll corrupt into the blue part of it, which is already started. So I think that's what I'll have to do. All in all, I actually do enjoy these. I actually do appreciate them. I did. And the one thing too about these paints, I should say, is that they dry quickly. I mean, I'm not used to paints drying so quickly. So that was a shocker for me. But yeah, I think I'm trying to have to get over that mindset, because you know, I'm used to having at least maybe 3-4 minutes to work with a paint, and with these you have maybe 15 seconds before they start to dry on you. But yeah, I actually enjoy them. I know I have to work with them more, and I'm actually setting these aside and let these dry out completely, because she says that you can put them to dry out and then you just add water to it and then it'll just reconstitute itself. So I'm going to put that to the test with these paints in here. So I'm not throwing them away. I'm just putting them aside for future use. I did work with them before. Like I said, I painted the little bumblebee with them, and I think there's some other paintings in here. This paper that I'm using for these paints is actually from Canson. These are the Canson Excel mixed media paper. Just trying to find the other illustrations I did with these. Okay, maybe it's to the front here. Yeah, right here. These two illustrations here I did with these two, with the alcohol inks. So yeah, I've been practicing with them. I've been working with them, but I haven't worked with them for some time. But all in all, I did enjoy this process. I love this. This is beautiful. The brown that all three of them gave me is a different brown that was produced here. This looks more like an umbery, burnt umbery kind of brown, while this looks more like a natural, I guess because of the yellow in it, a natural sienna kind of brown. So yeah, it did give me some beautiful browns. All in all, I actually do enjoy them. I do have to work with them more, to try to, especially when it comes to water controlled. It's called water control, but it's actually alcohol based ink. But the amount of ink you put in the paint, I have to work on that, practice more. So I am doing more paintings, and I've been blabbering on now for a few minutes, so let me stop now, end my session with you guys. I did get some new brushes. These are the, I should say about these brushes, these are the Zen Art brushes that I got. They came in this beautiful 6-packs, I think, of brushes. But what I noticed is that, especially on this one, not so much. This one goes a little bit. The one that have excessive shakiness is this one. As you can see, this is me and this is it shaking. Notice, let me try to keep this hand straight as possible, and this is shaking. This one shakes a lot. This one shakes a little bit. This one shakes a lot. This is the 3 1/4 brush. This one shakes a lot, and this one here also shakes a little bit, but this one shakes on this side here a little bit. So these are not very steady in the stuff. I did contact a company. They did they gave me an option but we're discussing it. Not because I don't want to do it, is because I'm confused by what their proposal is. So I asked them for clarity. And once they give me that, I'll move forward from there. Right now, because I said because of Brexit and stuff, it'll be hard for them to resend me a new set of brushes, and I'm okay with it. And they gave me an option for a refund, but I was confused by it, so I just asked them for clarity. And once, like I said, I get that clarity from them, I'll move forward. But they did contact the company, and they was responsive. All in all, guys, let me end my session. This is going to go too long. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. Thank you guys so much for supporting me and commenting. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for subscribing. My gosh, I broke the 300 mark. Yay. Thank you guys so much for that. And with all that said, guys, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.